Good afternoon, dear viewers. You are welcome on the Midday News on Reflect Africa Television. Here are the headlines for this midday edition. The trial of the Cameroonian soldiers involved in the Ngabu massacre, which was supposed to commence yesterday, December 17th, have been postponed to January 21st, 2021. MTN mobile money users in Cameroon have been frustrated since the past 3 days after the services were inaccessible. Many have switched already to other networks, while others are seeing it as a means by the service provider to get more of its customers download its Android application, My App. And in Nigeria, the Boko Haram jihadist threat has released the kidnapped schoolboys taken in Katsina State last Friday. Local authorities have said these headlines will be developed in this edition. Stay tuned. Good afternoon and welcome back. The trial of the Cameroonian soldiers involved in the Ngabu massacre, which was supposed to commence yesterday, December 17, 2020, have been postponed to January 21st, 2021. Meanwhile, one of the soldiers identified as one of the perpetrators of this massacre, as well as 17 members of a vigilance committee involved in this affair, are nowhere to be found. Details of this will be brought to you in the 7 p.m. newscast. And still in the country, the hundreds of schoolboys kidnapped last week from a boarding school. We rather take you to MTN mobile money, where service providers has been unavailable since the last 3 days as users have switched to other services. With social media trending with the post pray for MTN mobile money, many users fear the risk of losing monies that have been saved in their account. More details in this report. Than 1.5 million active users of mobile money services in Cameroon, the mobile telephone network company MTN is losing more of its mobile money users due to its poor services. Since the last 3 days, money withdrawal from mobile money has been impossible. Without looking back to the numerous nights that the service has been unavailable, many users fear the safety of their monies with these services. While some say MTN brought a useful service to clients when they are not ready to maintain its stability, the company holds its stance that they are working to better the services. So many users are complaining of losing money through these services, with hackers being able to hack the system and automatically determine the amount of money in your account and thus initiating a withdrawal transaction. The service was officially launched in Cameroon in 2011, even though the Cameroon subsidiaries of telecommunication leaders pioneered the concept and officially launched it in 2012. Since its arrival in Cameroon, other banking services have lost clients as users saw it as a savior and best banking means due to its accessibility and availability at any time. Is the reverse becoming true? This is the question many are asking, as mobile money services are frequently unavailable and the charges are exceedingly becoming same with other banking services. Mobile banking services, however, remains the best to some people despite its random chaotic misbehaviors. Till date, the only message the market leader in the country, with over 50% of mobile subscribers, is sending out to its frustrated users is, "Dear customer, kindly use my app and Ayoba app to access MTN Momo services. We are working to restore the service via *126#. Our sincere apologies." The hundreds of schoolboys kidnapped last week from a boarding school in Katsina, northwestern Nigeria, have been released, according to a local authority. A spokesman for the governor of Katsina State stated that 344 had been freed and were all in a good condition. In his statement, the spokesman, Abdul Labaran, said the boys were being taken to the regional capital, Katsina City, and would soon be reunited with their families. He said that the clip released by Boko Haram was authentic, but the message seemingly from the group's leader, Abubakar Shekwa, was instead by an impersonator. The authorities have previously given a lower figure than locals for the numbers abducted, and it is unclear if all are now safe. The state governor, Aminu Bello Masari, was quoted by Reuters news agency as saying, "We have covered most of the boys. It's not all of them," while a security cells said some remained with their captors. Mr. Labarand, the governor, said none of the kidnapped boys had been killed, contradicting a boy shown in the video who said some had been killed by Nigerian fighters jet. And 10 months into the fight against the COVID-19 in Cameroon, the country has witnessed a significant success with a 95% recovery rate from the over 1,000 cases recorded so far, with schools no longer respecting the measures to curb the spread of this virus, even when the government has warned that a second outbreak may be possible. Details in this report. The Littoral region and West regions have recorded an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases in the past weeks, Dr. Manauda Malashi, the Minister of Public Health, had announced. According to recent release, 25,472 cases have been recorded in the country, with 445 deaths and 23,851 recoveries. Even though students without face masks have been prohibited from school premises, most schools are not enforcing these measures. During resumption early October, measures to curb the spread were fully respected in these institutions, with hand-wash materials and 1 meter distancing among students fully enforced. Currently, most denizens care less about the virus, and less than 2 in every 10 persons still wear the face mask, which is one of the protective measures to contract the virus, according to the World Health Organization. The education sector have insisted on the challenge of educational inequalities on the implementation of strategies to fight the pandemic, especially since the Education Orientation Law enshrines education as a major national priority. It is noted that more than 2 weeks after the arrival of COVID in Cameroon, the ministers of secondary and basic education were still searching for the appropriate technologies and apparatus with which to complete the 2019 and 2020 school year. According to Dr. Manauda Malashi, the Ministry of Public Health has been responsible for the curb of the spread of the disease through active surveillance, screening at points of entry, laboratory testing, and case management at designated isolation and treatment centers. Former President of Burundi, Pierre Buyoya, has died at age 71, his cousin and a diplomatic source have confirmed. According to the family source, he died in Paris yesterday, Thursday, December 17, due to COVID complications. The retired army major had 2 spells in power for a total of 13 years after overthrowing his predecessor. In October, he was sentenced in absentia to life imprisonment by a Burundi court, accused of assassinating the country's first democratically elected president, Melchior Ndadaye, in 1993, which sparked the killing of an estimated 300,000 people. He denied any wrongdoing. Last month, he resigned from an African Union role as envoy to the Sahel region, saying he wanted to devote more time on clearing his name. And the French President Emmanuel Macron has tested positive for COVID-19 after experiencing symptoms, his office said yesterday, according to a statement from the Elysee Palace. In accordance with current health regulations enforced applicable to all, the President of the Republic will isolate himself for 7 days. He will, however, continue to work and carry out his activities remotely. French Prime Minister Jean Castex will also self-isolate. Macron had a busy week in the days leading up to his positive test. On Wednesday, he met Portugal's Prime Minister Antonio Costa for lunch and attended a cabinet meeting. On Tuesday, Macron met with various people, including the president of the International Committee of the Red Cross, Peter Mouari. And it is to be noted that France on Wednesday reported 17,615 new cases and over 289 deaths, bringing the country to more than 2.5 million infections and 59,361 deaths since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind attention. This is the package we gathered for you. Up next is Le Journal de 13h. Stay tuned and good day.